537, Nashville's Morning News on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. How are you, friends? Time for the Gang of Three Amigos. It's Johnny B there, Amigo number one today. How are you, Johnny?
Good, Dan. How are you?
Fantastic.
Awesome.
One of the fine super texters wants me to get my ass kicked in pickleball because apparently, somewhere, somehow, I mispronounced Brian Wilson's name. He is accusing me of saying Brian Wilson.
That's his name,
Yeah,
Brian Wilson.
That's how you say it.
How do you insert a T in there somehow? That's what he says that I did. I don't listen. Whatever. I certainly called Brian Wilson worse. Hey Ken, how are you?
I'm doing good, boys. Good morning. Yeah.
You all right there? You out there, Ken?
Having one of those mornings, man, where it's like I changed a tire, but I didn't tighten all the lug nuts up. So I'm just kind of, one of my tires a little wobbly as I'm
You're a little wobbly today, are you, Ken?
Yes, sir.
I feel his pain, man. I feel like a lug nut hit me in the forehead.
That'd be painful.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
In a strange occurrence, I'm actually feel like I'm firing on all cylinders today.
Way to go, brother.
Well,
Dan
good.
Mathis.
I had a fantastic opening segment.
Yes, sir.
Apparently somewhere I called Brian Wilson, but whatever. I love this. By the way, you both are fantastic today.
Thank you, brother Dan.
Thank you.
But I like this meme. You ready? If men are from Mars and women are from Venus, I assume those other genders were pulled out of Uranus. See?
Yeah.
Isn't that
good.
funny?
That is
And
funny.
listen, what do I say? Truth in memes.
Yes, indeed.
All right, so very quickly, that comes from a new, and I tweeted this out because I got to tell you, can I just say that I am so over the whole transgender thing.
Yeah.
I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of just it's stupid. It is just absolutely stupid. However, there's a new ad by Maybelline.
Oh, no.
And it's a big burly feller. And he's got a big burly Ken Weaver type beard.
Yeah. Is he barrel chested too?
I don't see his chest, but I see his perky lips with Maybelline red lipstick.
All right. There
Goodness.
we go. Yeah.
And it's just, it's sort of like,
I feel like a woman.
right? It's like, come on, man. Do you people not understand that the American people are tired of this?
And why is it always guys like that? I worked with a guy that apparently liked to dress up in women's clothing in his spare time at home.
Really?
And he was, oh, gosh, I thought that is not going to be a pretty sight. Whoever has to see that.
This is from Breitbart. The headline is, Enough Already. Maybelline roasted for using cross-dresser in their ad on social media. And can you be like a good cross-dresser and have a beard?
I don't think so.
I mean, say what you will about Dylan Mulvaney, but if I saw Dylan Mulvaney in a Target, at first glance, and that would be the only glance I would have of Dylan Mulvaney, I would think that he was a she.
Yeah. I mean, would agree.
Right, Johnny?
Yeah.
And if I saw Caitlyn Jenner, whatever, in a store, I wouldn't think twice about, if it was just a fleeting glance.
Right.
Long hair, whatever. I wouldn't give it a second look. But this dude's got a beard.
If you see
a big burly beard.
If you saw Willie Nelson in a store dressed as a woman, you'd think, oh, that's not a chick.
But you would know that he's high.
Yeah. Willie found some great stuff.
So the question is, will Maybelline face any kind of Bud Light backlash? Now,
that'd have to be women.
Yeah.
Women would have to be pissed off at that.
Yeah.
But see, hasn't that been the whole fascinating thing about the whole transgender activist movement? Is that women, with the exception of, say, for example, a Riley Gaines,
right?
Women, by and large, they're not saying a whole hell of a lot about this. And for the life of me, I don't understand why. Because
I'm sorry, go ahead.
They are the ones that are losing out on scholarships. They are the ones that are losing out on, rank in sports, and they're the ones that are losing out on, various and sundry jobs and so forth when acting jobs or whatever, or commercials like this one, when they use a transgender cross-dressing whatever for the ads. I don't understand why women are not pissed off. Where's the Million Woman March?
Crickets.
How mascara might run.
Wow, Ken.
Boy. Yeah.
It's hot out there sometimes.
It is.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Marching in 90-degree. Too, maybe they just look at it as, well, somebody else I can shop with.
This dude put.
Are you seeing this?
The beard.
By the way, I did tweet this out. And by the way, dudes also got really long fingernails.
Oh, joy.
And they're painted. One is painted pink. The others are painted gold. And he's got a crown on.
A crown?
He's got a tiara?
Oh, a tiara. Thank you.
Wait a minute.
Johnny.
Is this fella bald?
Yes, he's bald. He's bald like me.
I got to see the one with the tiara on.
Yeah.
But he's got can I just say, he's got fabulous eyebrows. That I will say.
May I say, your eyebrows look fabulous.
But I think, honest to goodness, I do. I think that people are really over this. And I think that, by and large, will it hurt Maybelline or whoever it is?
Probably not.
Maybe not. Sure hurt Bud Light, but I think part of that was, of course, who the core consumer is for Bud Light.
Yeah, you good old boy out there that doesn't want to see that.
That's exactly right.
Let's see, how much
got to know your audience.
Does Maybelline make every year?
What's that, Ken?
Trying to see how much money Maybelline makes on a yearly basis.
Oh, it is millions and millions and millions of dollars.
That's not coming up on mine.
By the way, somebody called me Shankmeister.
The Shankmeister.
On the super text line.
For what reason?
I pick one.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you name it.
Shankmeister.
I actually kind of like that, Shankmeister. Put like a hashtag there. Maybe that'll be like my new Twitter handle.
Well, it'd give you a lot of fear in prison. That's for sure.
That's funny, Ken. Or Johnny.
Yeah, whichever one I am.
Don't mess with that dude,
All
man.
of us guys and beards look alike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can, my new Twitter handle can be at Shankmeister.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway.
Don't mess with that dude, man.
Yeah, he's a Shankmeister.
He's a Shankmeister.
Hey, can I ask this about the actors' strike?
Yeah, ask it, Brother Dan.
So, Stranger Things.
Yes.
One of my favorite.
It's on hold.
Those kids are going to be like 35 years old by the time they finish
the
next season.
Yeah, it's, we probably do need AI for that.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's exactly right, Ken. We probably do need AI because with this strike, and you know what? And can I just say, although whatever with Hollywood, I think I'm in kind of a whatever mood today. But here's the thing. I actually understand when they say that they want control over their image.
Yes.
Like, for example, you've got Emily Blunt, and I forget, who is the other one that walked out of that Hollywood thing? Matt Damon and Emily Blunt. So I understand where if you're a Hollywood actor, you don't want to give up your literal image to Hollywood because long after you're gone, they can make movies with you.
Yes, they can.
Kind of like they did with, what's his name in that movie?
Okay.
Star Wars. Remember the Star Wars movie, and they brought back the long dead character?
Oh yes, yeah. One of the Emperor's henchmen.
Anyway, whatever. So, but it's just like that. But you've got to have some sort of control over that because, I mean, what happens if, long after you're dead, they decide to, bring you back in image form with AI, and they put you in something that would not be consistent with what you would do when you were alive. John Wayne. All of a sudden they've got John Wayne and they're putting him in a, transgender movie and they make him up to be a woman.
There you go.
Putting him in a tiara
interesting
and
to see,
Maybelline lipstick.
That would be.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Talk about true grit. Man. Well, you know what? One thing, too, that's going to happen, if the actors get what they want, this low price you're paying for streaming will go away. That will happen. Trust
Really?
me. Oh, yeah, because that's one thing they're
Well, yeah.
complaining about is the streaming.
Yeah.
They feel like they're not being compensated enough. And so when that happens, then the price is going to go up.
Well,
as,
yeah.
as it does with all strikes.
You know, that is interesting because when a lot of these movies were made, streaming wasn't around.
Right.
And so now you have these movies and some of these series that were done a long time ago, and now they're up on these streaming platforms. It is a whole new revenue generation for, you know, the movie theaters, the producers, and all that kind of stuff, the studios. But you're right. That's not being passed down to the actors and the editors and so forth who worked on the original series. So I do actually understand that.
I understand it, but what you're going to see, and I guarantee you it's going to get to a point where people are not going to watch television anymore because it's going to be too expensive, especially with how hard consumers are being hit with grocery store prices, things of that nature.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking about all the, you know, what we pay for like Netflix and I don't know, whatever, all of these different apps and so forth. And there's some really quality stuff out there.
Yes.
And so I think part of it is they just need to figure out, and Johnny, I think you're right as I'm going through all that, what you just said in my head. I think you're right because at some point it's relatively inexpensive for things like Netflix and so forth. I mean, with what you get.
Right.
I mean, it used to be, you know, remember back in the old days as I go to get off my lawn territory where, you know, you would have like one new movie, like the ABC movie of the week or whatever it was. And other than that, they would show on the 3 or 4 channels, you know, some sort of an old movie. You had Love Boat, Fantasy Island, and Chips on Saturday night, whatever it was.
Right.
Now it is just, I mean, it is, you could couch surf for years and not get through all of this stuff.
Oh, exactly. And some of the shows that are being made like Yellowstone, that's movie quality right there.
You're right. So, and again, it's relatively speaking inexpensive. I mean, when you add up, I would say this too. When you add up all the money that most folks are probably saving on actually going to the movies,
Exactly.
you're saving a lot of money. You put that towards, you know, your Xfinities or your Netflix or whatever it is, then you still come out ahead with a lot more quality television.
Well, yeah, like your satellite. I mean, that's one reason I dropped DirecTV. It got way too expensive.
Yeah, and you got to sign a contract.
And I'm so sick of those, signing contracts.
Yeah, when I want out, I want out.
Exactly. When I'm done with the product. And I love DirecTV. When I left them, it was like I was leaving some girl that was in love with me and didn't want me to go.
Oh, yeah, man.
This girl on the other end was just begging me to stay. And I said, you're not getting, I don't care whatever special you have, whatever. Read my upper lip and bottom lip. I'm done with DirecTV.
DUN done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah.
2133 says, I often dream of Johnny B in drag.
Dream on.
Listen,
I know.
I don't judge him. I just read him.
Yeah, dream on there, bud.
Oh.
Now, if you knew me when I was 16, I might have done it on a dare.
Oh.
Johnny's lost his edge.
Yeah.
Really? So if I dared you to come in one day and drag, you wouldn't do it?
Well, if you paid me well enough, yeah, I'll come in. I'll come in.
Oh,
and
my
drag.
God. Okay.
Yeah.
Ken,
But you got to make it a lot of money.
We need to start collecting funds to get Johnny B to one day show up and drag.
I tell you what, I'd like to wear a kilt everywhere I go.
A what?
A kilt.
You know, Scottish.
I mean, I'm not going to wear a dress, but I don't like wearing underwear either. And a kilt hides everything just perfectly.
I've never worn a kilt.
I'd love to.
Not always, Ken. You get a good breeze out here.
Well, yeah, that's
You'll be like
true.
Marilyn Monroe, man.
Yeah, you will.